And now, Silver-Quill reacts, without context, to Ralph Breaks the Internet. Be warned, there are kinda spoilers in here.
So here we are with Ralph Breaks the Internet. Dang it, I always get that wrong. I don't know what's more toned, Zangief's arms or Chun-Li's legs. What would the children look like? Hang on, I'm still having horrific images of that ship. Oh my god! Okay, I'm better now. Root beer bar. Something which I can never partake because root beer, it causes me problems. 6 years and the arcade is still open. Do you realize how rare that is? In fact, does anyone out there know if there's a freestanding arcade still in business here in America? Even with a virus, that game is still more fun than the last Tron movie. Nice to see Ralph so at peace after the last movie. Sonic, that was strangely intelligent. Are you feeling okay? Ralph, you're on the clock. Don't go turbo again. Can a video game character brag about their skills when they're not in control? And now the character is taking control away from the player. This got strangely meta. Vanellope is infinitely cuter now that she's not antagonizing Ralph. Does no one see Ralph standing there? That's a pretty big screen. Kids on their smartphones in an arcade. I suddenly feel exceptionally old. As tragic as this scene looks, it's not half as dark as the fantasy painted by King Candy in the last movie. So whenever I browse, there's a blockheaded version of me riding around the web? Redundant! I'm the original blockhead. Wow, that landscape is beautiful. I can't wait to see it go horribly wrong. I know it's supposed to be cute, but the knowledge that guy has of other people's lives is quite terrifying. I find all those items up for bid believable, and that scares me. I have actually bid against eBay users like that. Hang on, am I actually feeling sorry for a pop-up? That should not happen. So last movie we had an FPS parody. Now we have a Grand Theft Auto parody. Stay tuned for Wreck-It Ralph 3, Solitaire Satire. Normally I'd be upset about this scene, but there's something so wonderfully weird about a sewer shark that I just can't be mad. Youth is wasted on the young. 31 hours of gameplay? Kid, please. I've devoted more time to playing Doomfist and Overwatch. Yes, why race when you can simply light players on fire? Oh, Grand Theft Vanellope. Odd question, does burning and dying mean anything if you know you'll bounce back immediately? Did I just make this dark? I just made this dark. Hey, I saw that TED Talk, I think. For a lawless band of street thugs, these folks are strangely woke. That is what the young people are saying now, right? I feel very insecure. And so the seeds of doubt are planted. BuzzTube? What, YouTube wouldn't turn over the copyright? There's a telling statement. Wait, you can at least mention YouTube? Copyright law is weird. Human pain is the #1 source of entertainment, while review videos aren't even worth a mention. Yep, that's legit. If you do a 2 Ralphs 1 Cup video, I am leaving right now. Again, I should not be rooting for pop-ups. Yes, behold our entertainment monopoly. All your nostalgia belong to us. Hi Eeyore, you are wonderful. Thanks for everything, Stan. That's still not the most indignant moment for a stormtrooper. Stop making the Disney princesses sound messed up. That's my job. That is the single greatest transition in cinematic history. Hey now, I have a friend from Scotland, and I can understand her perfectly fine. Ralph, if you knew what I knew, you'd hate that spinning lollipop too. I do read the comments, Ralph. I'm sorry to say that's still tame. I feel the need to quote Terry Pratchett once more. It's vital to remember who you really are. It's very important. It isn't a good idea to rely on other people or things to do it for you, you see. They always get it wrong. So the central conflict is solved? I'm noticing a distinct lack of a villain thus far. This is the strangest and greatest musical in a Disney movie, possibly ever. I guess they should have given that app a voicemail. Wait a minute, Vanellope is going turbo. Remember when that was a bad thing?
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Okay, I can see this going wrong in every sense of the word. This is the internet. You'd have a harder time finding something that isn't insecure. I know I'm supposed to feel bad about this loss of a friendship, but because I know they'll reconcile by the end, it's harder to be invested. Yet I really do feel for Ralph, and while he was wrong, I get why he did it. Oh no! The net is being invaded by evil counterparts of our hero and... Am I watching The Matrix Reloaded? I don't know, third base! Yes, I'm sure the Internet Security District can handle anything that comes their way, except for hackers, and Trojans, and malware, and spam bots, and spam people, and internet reviewers. No security can stop us from nitpicking. Okay, looks like this is going to become the Matrix Reloaded video game. It's not every day that you can face your shadow literally. Wish I had a catchphrase for that. Gives new meaning to the phrase, put a pin in it. You know, I feel like a commenter already left thoughts on this scene better than I. Here he is.
This heavy-handed metaphor was brought to you by Duh, a subsidiary of Doi Incorporated.
It's funny because role reversal. This seems a needlessly complex rescue. That there is fanfic material, I tells ya. Okay, now I really am feeling this farewell, but I also really need to go to the bathroom, so can you say goodbye a teensy bit faster? And what, pray tell, is wrong with dad humor? I'm proud of Ralph. The first movie was his quest for acceptance, and he earned it. So I understand why he's afraid of change and now has to look beyond himself. And in a sense, he's forced to confront his own darkness and accept it. He doesn't slay his fears, he tells them that it's going to be okay, and thus his life will continue to evolve. Okay, now I really gotta go. Make a path! Now I'm back. Whoop! Just in time to see a child traumatized. Fun! Ooh, another post-credit and I've been Ralph rolled. So that was Wreck-It Ralph 2, Ralph Breaks the Internet. Hey, I did it right. And I really enjoyed it. I love how character-driven it is. Despite the monster at the end, we really don't have a villain. I was kind of concerned that the street racers would become enemies, but no, they're just a different perspective. And very likable characters. And Ralph and Vanellope have this great dynamic, they're just great characters overall. I also appreciate that Ralph really undergoes growth. He's completed one hero's journey in which he risked his life, and now he's completed another where he's willing to let go of what he thought defined him. And in doing so, he's becoming a more complete person. And that affirms my belief that there is no real end to a story, we just hop off at different points. Ralph will continue to learn and grow and change, and that's part of life. And I say this with some note of irony, as there were count them two, Toy Story 4 trailers before this movie. I think a lot of folks on YouTube empathize with the comments section. In fact, a few of the reviewers I saw before this movie, like Jeremy Johns, I think that's the scene that they were referring to that really hit them hard, but I'm gonna have to double check because, well, it was the no spoiler talk and I hadn't seen the movie yet. But all in all, I really enjoyed this, and I think that there's potential for a Wreck-It Ralph 3 that won't retread old ground, which is always welcome. I'm Silver-Quill, thanks for reacting. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna... Oh, dang it, Ralph.